When brick sidewalk was initially installed, it was installed in a straight line from the front porch the whole way back to the garden proper. What happened a few years ago was that I noticed bricks were disappearing from the sidewalk, and then a hole appeared in the ground. And I was very concerned about a sinkhole. But we are in a neighborhood that was built before water service came. And so what we discovered was that there was actually a cistern buried beneath the sidewalk. Now, for those of you unfamiliar with the cistern, it's not a septic tank. A cistern instead collects water off the roof of Victorian homes and gathers the water so that it can be used for washing clothes, flushing the toilet, even watering the flowers. Our cistern was probably original to the house and used for a very long time until the water service line was put in. And then it was buried, and it had been that way for years. Uh, what I found about the cistern that I really liked was a cistern here is really a space that has an opening of about 6 feet, but then gets really wide to about 9 feet. And when I was unearthing it, I didn't know much about a cistern. And so I thought, well, maybe a few feet down. 14 feet later, we hit the bottom of the cistern. I wanted to keep the cistern and turn it into a koi pond or a wine cellar. But we've had several people look at it, but unfortunately, it is just not structurally sound for any of those uses. And so, well, without costing a lot of money. And so what we decided to do was to fill it into about a 5 foot pond. And we're going to turn it into a water feature. So there'll be a nice waterfall that as people come into the space, they stop, they hear the water falling down into a pond, and that pond won't be a koi pond. It'll be a pond filled with the native Tennessee bluegill fish. And so, keeping our desire for this to be a native wildflower sanctuary, we'll also have native fish living here as well. But for now, it's a big hole in the ground. And I've created a way for us to get around that hole in the ground. But this is one of the reasons why we're not really giving tours right now, is because it's a hole in the ground and we want to make it safe before we have a lot of people come in and look around.
Our task right now is to purchase and install 126 concrete blocks, about $5 each block, to make the hole structurally sound so that the hole doesn't collapse. Then we can complete the pond and the falls and welcome visitors to Short Meadow. We're working hard to create a demonstration garden where people can see how small urban plots can sustain vital ecosystems while providing a peaceful retreat. For those of you who would like to support this project, click on the link provided, and you'll be taken to the site Buy Me a Cup of Coffee, where you'll be able to donate any amount. Thanks for your consideration, and we appreciate your support.